Monica, and today I'm unboxing, or unwrapping rather, my bead design boards that I purchased from an Austrian company called Der Blaue Vogel, and I hope that I am pronouncing that correctly, Claudia. So I have actually seen these boards for a little bit over 2 years now, popping up in my Instagram feed, and I've really wanted to purchase them, but they're pretty expensive. They are handmade, and you have the option to have measurements or no measurements, and you also now have the option to have your logo put on them. So when I saw that option, I thought, yeah, I think it's time for me to go ahead and do that. Now, I have not been able to bead and sell my jewelry for about 2 years now, since moving from Texas to Kentucky, just due to all kinds of chaos in the home with the remodel situation that we've had. So I'm gearing up to reactivate all of that. I've been doing my digital graphics now since I've been moved, but I just have not been making my jewelry to sell or teaching mini classes or going to craft fairs and stuff like that. So now I'd like to begin doing that. So in order to get myself motivated and inspired, I have joined a bead soup swap with some fellow beaders, which has been really fun. I still make tutorials and things, but a lot of that is my edited footage from previous years that you all are just seeing now. These boards are going to really inspire me to create and move my jewelry making in a different direction, shall I say, and more about collections and things that are geared towards a theme, but in a collection, and not like, you know, Christmas and Halloween only type of deal. I'm excited to open these, and you can see that it looks like there's some oil on the paper, and it is, because once they've carved everything out of the wood, then they actually oil it up so it's nice and the images are nice and crisp. I chose to have the measurements put on my board. So you all are gonna see the end product here, but on my Sparkly Mon Downloads channel that I have for like my digital graphics and stuff, I'm going to be posting how I actually created my logo, so that if any of you guys are interested in doing something similar, or maybe you just need a vectored logo and you don't really know how to do it, maybe this would help you. This project here helped me to learn yet another digital skill, and I'm very appreciative of that, because they needed to have a vectored logo instead of my normal pink and blue colorful multi-layered logo that I have. They needed a black and white, more crisp and simple logo in vectored form, and that's what I had to do in order to get that on these boards. So let's start opening these up, shall we? This is my bracelet board, and they wrapped it so nicely. Here, I'll open the one that's already undone here with the washi tape. I love washi tape, Claudia. How did you know that? And I think this is balsa wood. Oh my gosh, look how cute that is. Oh, my logo looks so good, Claudia. Thank you. And look, the measurements are on here. Oh, I love this. I have little sections to put my beads, and I can lay all of my little patterns out for my designs. I can go up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 strand bracelet if I want. I don't think I've ever made a 6-strand bracelet, but this is really cool. This is an awesome board just to be able to do bracelets and not worry about, you know, having a big gigantic board if I just want to work on some bracelets on my table. So I love this. I always recommend, especially to my jewelry making students, to get that little board that is at Walmart that's kind of like the kit. A multiplier tool with a cutter, and it's got some little findings and stuff, and a plastic bead board that you can make your bracelets on, and it's really cool. So this in wooden form now is even cooler. So here are the inches, and this goes up to an 8-inch, it looks like. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, a little bit over, like 8¼ inch. And then you have this in several of the different sizes here. You've got the centimeters down here on the bottom. On their website, and I believe I got this via email too, they explain their little icons here for the measurements. So this is your 0 starting point for an 8-inch bracelet, and you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 inches and a little bit over on both sides. So if you want to just look at it straight across as 1 through 8 1/4, or if you want to go center line and look at it from 4 and 4 on either side, you can do that as well. So I appreciate that. That gives you 2 different ways to really look at it. And then if you're a centimeter kind of gal or guy, then you can use that down here. But look how beautiful that is. That wood is so pretty. They have different types of wood that you can get as well. I love this, the look of this, so I'm really happy with this. Oh, that turned out so pretty, Claudia. Oh, I love it. I'm so tickled about that. Okay, let's move on to the next board. I could sit here looking at this one forever. Thank you so much for wrapping these. I feel like it's Christmas time. So this is the tray that goes up underneath my necklace board, which will be one of the other of these 2 lovelies right here. And this is so that you can have your bead work that you're working on. If you don't want to put it up, you can have that in there. And then put your board on top of it and carry that off or leave it on your table so that your beads and things won't get knocked off. That's awesome. But the felt that they had in there, they had like a beige and they had a purple and I don't know, there was like 4 or 5 different colors that they had available now. But in a previous picture, I saw where they had turquoise blue. And that is one of my Sparkle by Monica colors, and it just makes me happy. So I asked them when I submitted my order if they could, if they still had that turquoise blue, could they put that in my board? And she did. So I am so happy with that, Claudia. That just makes me so happy, my blue color. So this turned out so cute. I love that. And I love the idea that I can use my bead boards and not have to pick up every single bead whenever I am, you know, not done with my project. And I noticed she even put my little logo here on the back. That is so cool. Thank you, Claudia. That makes me so happy to see that. She's got all these cute little notes on here, these little stickers. Keep some room in your heart for the unimaginable by Mary Oliver. This has their website on the sticker, derblauvevogel.com. I don't know, I hope I'm saying that right, Claudia, or Claudia, is that how you pronounce it? They are from Germany, from Austria, freshly oiled with organic oil. Okay, let's look at, how exciting. Oh my gosh, y'all, like a kid on Christmas morning. Look at my little logo. Oh my goodness, and look at all the measurements. This is a gigantic board. This is a beautiful bead design board. I can do so many things with this board, and something else that I didn't even notice until right now looking at it. On this board here at the 0 spot, she's actually got an area for the pendant to lay. Is that not awesome? So if you are a bead designer and you know you're using the regular plastic boards, they don't have a little indentation for your pendant. You just kind of have to balance it there. So right here they do. That is so thoughtful. I love that. With this one board right here, if that's all I wanted is just one board to do it all, this is the board to get, because it has all of these little areas to hold your beads and your findings and your loose areas. Here, let me show you. You've got so many different little areas to put your beads and findings and components and things, so that while you're working on your design, you've got those areas available to you. Then you've also got the design area for your necklaces, and you can go all the way up to, let's see, it's a 44.5 inch. For those that might not be familiar with the bead design board, when you start out at the 0 point, which would be here where this pendant area is, 0 and up, you've got to look at the inches that you have on either side, so that you go 0 and up to the 22.5, or actually it's 22.25 right here. And it's the same on the other side, 22.25, gives you a total of 44.5 inches by the time you've got everything out here on this outer rung. When you're gonna do like a 2-strand necklace, you're gonna be on this inner tray right here. And so that goes up to a 39.6 inch for your inner tray here. So if you're doing a 2-strand necklace and you want a little bit of a gap, then you're gonna have different measurements you've got. But in total, it just depends on your design, how long you want your necklace. And it's awesome that this board is long enough to be able to design a 44.5-inch necklace. So I love this. You have this area here that you can make a bracelet up to 8 inches, and it's already got it in a round format here for you. And then you've got these additional lines here that you can create your bracelet. You start at the 0 and you've got up to 4 and a little bit over, so 4 1/4 inches on each side. So really this can go up to an 8.5-inch bracelet. This tray is the same situation, but if you just want to go straight across and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 inches or a little bit over, you can do that just starting at the 1 right here. So you don't have to be concerned with a middle marking area if you're not going to have anything that's going to be your midpoint. And then up here is your centimeter. So for those of you that know my logo and my branding, I love the Stargazer Lily. That's one of the reasons why I chose that fuchsia pink color. And that is what I did here. I put a little Stargazer Lily on the necklace. And my previous logo doesn't have anything, just a strand of pearls. So I thought that was a cool way to pull in my lily. And then I also like to have the floppy hat. And the reason for that is I'm a Southern gal. I'm from Tennessee originally. And I have always loved the look of a floppy hat. So my color logo has a bunch of flowers and everything on the hat itself. And this is the simplistic version of it, where it still gets across the point of the theme of the little floppy hat. And then, of course, I have my Sparkle by Monica. Now, on the Sparkle, I still have the font that I love. And then I added some little blips here on the S, the R, and the E as sparkles. I have to keep it simple. This is, of course, on a jewelry form here for a necklace. It gets across all of my little elements while also being simple enough for a vectored logo. And this is my final board here. You can't use up creativity. The more you use, the more you have. Maya Angelou. All right, look at this massive board. Now this is strictly for bracelets. The vast majority of the things that I have been requested to make are bracelets and earrings. So I love the thought of, hey, I want to have, several bracelets going at one time if I'm doing like a craft fair, let's say. And I want it in different size availabilities, and I want to very quickly lay out all of my patterns. Then I can do that right here on this one board. And then I see everything side by side, and I can also then put all of my labels on all at the same time once I put on their finishing pieces, like their clasps. This also has the compartments for my beadwork. If I want to lay out my bracelets in linear form, I can do that. If I want to do them in the circular bracelets, I can do that as well up here. I love this. Again, there's my little logo. I am so I'm so tickled to have my logo on my boards. I mean, as a jewelry maker, you know how important that is for you to be able to have, and I just think that's so awesome. So you have all of the measurements here. You've got inches and centimeters. This one is in centimeters here. It also gives like extra small, small, medium, large, extra large as far as trying to do your centimeter reading here. This will go up to 8.3 inches. This will go up to 9 inches. You can see that all of these are a different size. Okay, so we're going to start from the logo and go left. So you can do up to a 6.3 inch or 16 centimeter bracelet here on this one. A 6.7 inch or 17 centimeter. Then you have the 7.9 inch or 20 centimeter, 7.5 inch or 19 centimeter, 7 inch or 18 centimeter, the 8.3 inch or 21 centimeter. And then this one has a lot of the measurements, and this is probably the main two that I'm going to use. This is up to an 8.6 inch or 22 centimeter, and you can see all of the little markings here are in the centimeters, and this is your 0 starting point if you have a charm or if you have a main focal bead you want to use. Same thing here, the leaf denotes where your center starting point is, and then you go up to a little bit over 8 inches here. So this can be a 9-inch bracelet or 23 centimeters. This is your inch, and this is your centimeters. So, I mean, all of those you can use to size your bracelets, or you can just always use these two if that's what you want to do. So this is super exciting here. Again, I've got these different trays here in inches. The top. Here's one that has the center area for my charms or focal bead, and then you got you've got 5 inches on either side of this, so this will give you up to a 10-inch bracelet right here. Then you've got this starting out at the 1 inch going all the way up to your 10-inch, and you also have the same thing up here going up to the 10 inches, and they've even got like extra small, extra large, extra large. Then down here you got centimeters, and of course it's the same as your inches up top. You've got a center starting place here up to 12-ish centimeters on either side. You can go all the way up to 25 centimeters on this one and this one. The only thing that I might suggest as far as the tray underneath is maybe make an indentation around the perimeter here that fits, so that when it sits on top of that tray, it kind of nests onto it. That way that it doesn't move around. Okay, now I want to open my little gifts. I'm so excited. I don't know what is in here. This one says tools, and then this one says from me. So Claudia, thank you so much. So let's see what's in this. Well, now that is cool. So this is a little measurement here. Wow. Okay, so we've got 8.5 inches here on this ruler, and then centimeter wise it goes up to 21.25, it looks like. So I got some little tweezers. Oh, how neat. And there's something else in here. Ooh, a bead caliper. All right, look at that. Thank you so much, Claudia. That's awesome. This is the name of their business. They're blauvevogel.com. And again, I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing that, but it's a German name, so I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. And so you're able to figure out the size of your beads. Now, if I had the holes exposed, like a bead that's all by itself, I could actually find out the size of my holes and then the size of the bead and be able to operate accordingly with what I'm doing there. These tweezers are awesome, especially when you're dealing with teeny tiny little beads like what's on this here, or seed beads. You know, you pick up all these little teeny tiny bits and bobs that you have. So I am thoroughly thrilled with everything that I've got here. But thank you so much, Claudia. I really appreciate your work with me, especially on my logos here. I love all of my beading boards and my little tray. I love my blue felt. That is so awesome. I could not be happier with my boards. It came very well packaged in a nice cardboard box. Everything was wrapped beautifully, and the oil has made my little logos and the measurements really just pop up off of the wood. Here are all of my bead design boards from blauvevogel.com. Please check them out if you're interested in any kind of wooden bead design board. They have beautiful types of wood to choose from, and you can either have them with the measurements or no measurements. You can have them with a logo or no logo. They also have what they call misfit boards. All of these boards here I'm going to be using in future jewelry making tutorials, so you'll be seeing these more often. You'll be seeing how I enjoy using them. I really love the size of these boards. They're very substantial, and they have a nice weight to them without being too heavy. The oil on them doesn't come off on my fingers or anything. So this is something that I'm very pleased with. I love having my little logo on all of my boards. It's just a very cool thing to have my wooden bead design boards with my little brand of color in my felt and my little logo. So if you like this unboxing, please give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment below. Which one was your favorite bead design board out of these that you see here? And if you have any questions for me, leave those below as well. I do appreciate any engagement on my channel. If you've not already done so, please subscribe to my channel and share this to any of your jewelry making friends that might be interested in these wooden bead design boards. And have a sparkle-tastic day, y'all. Bye!